In the film industry, some directors take 10 years to make a film, while the Belgian film director, Jacques Van Dormeel, took 13 years to deserve this heavenly reward. If I happen to get the food and move my wings, it will stubbornly believe that it is this action that brings good luck, and from then on repeat this behavior, which is called the pigeon's superstition. And humans are no exception. The story begins in 2092 in a future world that has achieved eternal life. In this world, everyone has obtained eternal life through cellular endorphins. Only 118-year-old Nemo is the last mortal who will naturally die in this world. His death became a public attention show. The host announced to the world that this old man who did not receive endorphin transformation and did not raise a cell pet was about to become the last person on Earth to die. The whole world was celebrating his death, but Nemo himself was lying in a bed of memories, and he could not even remember who he was. His doctor, Dr. Feldheim, a man with a hypnotic pattern on his face, decided to use an ancient hypnotic technique to try to wake him up from his sleep. Under the guidance of a doctor, Nemo's consciousness gradually blurred. He seemed to have returned to a strange space. This is where all unborn children are waiting. Before they were born, they knew everything about the future. But when it was their turn, the angel would use his fingers to clear their lips, leaving a mark among the people to make them forget everything. But the angel missed Nemo, so he was born with the ability to predict the future. He has to choose his parents for himself. This is a difficult choice. In the end, he chose a couple who looked like a perfect match, because women smell good, and men believe that their encounter is destined by the butterfly effect. An unemployed worker in Brazil boiled an egg. The heat formed a microclimate in the house, and 2 months later it rained on the other side of the earth. This rain made Nemo's parents meet. That's how Nemo— Don't ask why. It's complicated. It's like when mashed potatoes and sauce are mixed together. They can't be separated, and time can't be reversed. But Nemo knows that he is different. He can predict the future. He even foresaw that his father would die in a car accident because of an unexpected action. However, happy times are always short. Nemo's parents' feelings came to an end when he was 9 years old. His father met his mother and another man in the woods. This family was broken. Nemo, 9 years old on the train platform, faces the first and most difficult choice in his life. Is it to follow his mother to the faraway train, or to stay where he is and depend on his father? The train is about to start. His mother calls out his name anxiously in the car. His father stays on the platform in pain. Nemo runs crazily between the two choices. Tom seems to be stretched at this moment. All possible lives of Nemo start from this choice. In hypnosis, his mother soon found a new stepfather for him. She also brought a blood-related sister, Anna. The life of the new family was full of depression. His mother often broke down because of a trivial matter. She blamed Nemo for ruining her life. At school, Nemo saw Anna for the first time. He had his own family and children. The two can only pass by like strangers, leaving endless regrets. But in another possibility, Nemo didn't say those hurtful words. He took the courage to tell Anna that he couldn't swim. Anna chose to stay with him. The two young hearts got close for the first time. The world was soon discovered by their parents. Their father accused them of being brother and sister in anger. This relationship was abnormal. Their love was forced to end. Anna's father decided to take her to New York. The night before their separation, Anna and Nemo made a promise under the lighthouse that they would come here and wait for each other until they met again. Nemo swore that Anna was the first and the last girl he had ever loved. The moment of separation finally came. Anna told Nemo that she was afraid of losing him again. She was no longer used to love. She needed time to get used to it. She asked Nemo to meet her under the lighthouse 2 days later. 2 years later, they finally met under the lighthouse. This time, there was nothing that could separate them. Nemo said that this was the best day of his life. His father was unwell because of his wife's departure. His body was also paralyzed. He could only sit on a wheelchair. Nemo took the responsibility of taking care of his father, of his own. He told his father that he liked to stay at home and have everything he needed. He used all his time to write. He imagined himself taking a spaceship to Mars. This was the only way for him to escape reality. At the age of 15, he met Ellis at a party. Ellis was his neighbor when he was a child. Ellis was very active with him, but Nemo only had writing and Mars in his heart. Ellis was attracted by his melancholy and mysterious temperament. He even made Nemo swear that if he died, he would sprinkle his ashes on Mars. However, when Nemo finally had the courage to confess to Ellis, he was rejected. Ellis told him that she loved another boy named Steven, even though that boy didn't love her. Ellis's refusal made Nemo heartbroken. He made a crazy decision. He was going to marry the first girl who danced with him tonight. Fate arranged for another girl. Jeanne entered his life. Jeanne has been in love with Nemo. She became the first girl who danced with him. Nemo kept his promise and married Jeanne. He planned a perfect life for himself. He wanted to become rich. He bought a big house with yellow swimming pool, a red caravan, and had 2 children. He succeeded. He had everything in the world, but he felt bored and empty. His life was buried in cement. He was safe. He didn't even know if he was still alive. One day, he drew a longing for her ex-boyfriend Steven. She has severe depression. Every morning when she wakes up, she sees Nemo's face and cries. She feels like her life is disappearing. She can't stand such a life. She feels like she has dragged the whole family down. Nemo tried his best to love and tolerate her, telling her they could face it together, but Ellis chose to leave her and the child. Nemo raised the child alone. Life was hard. Later, Ellis died in a car accident. Nemo fulfilled his promise and took his ashes on a journey to Mars. On the spaceship to Mars, he met Anna. Anna told him the universe will explore in 2092. Time will come back. However, the spaceship met a meteor shower on the way. It seemed to lead to the end of the tragedy. When hypnosis was over, Nemo's memory was still a mess. The reporter couldn't understand how a person could experience so many different lives at the same time. He asked Nemo, which of these lives is correct? Nemo answered with a smile, every one is correct. Every path is the right path. At the last moment of his life, Nemo revealed the truth to the reporter. Everything we saw, including the reporter and himself, did not exist. They were just a 9-year-old boy on the platform. When faced with impossible choices, countless possibilities were imagined in his mind. In chess, this is called being forced to move. The only way to move is not to move. In the past, because Nemo did not know what the future would be like, he could not choose. Now he has seen all possible lives and knows where each path will lead. He can no longer make a choice. So he chose the third path, a path that no one thought of, that is, no choice. He did not catch up with his mother's train, nor did he stay by his father's side. He ran to another unknown path. On February 12, 2092, at 5:50 a.m., the universe stopped expanding, began to shrink, and time began to return. Nemo's life came to an end, but he was reborn in the current of time. He smiled because he knew that everything had just begun. In the time of return, the cigarette smoke would return too. The smoke and the broken vase would be restored, and a little boy on the platform would meet his beloved Anna again.